They might pick the one they think is the easiest to draw.
Yeah. I know how to do that. So part of them is coming into the choice. It's not just this passive thing like, well, I like that one. I also know that I have to reproduce it, so I'm going to choose one that maybe reflects my strengths. Maybe they don't do that consciously, but you don't know to what extent they might be playing a role. So there are all kinds of things going on here that make it richer than these web-based. Click on the one that you think looks best, and then we'll do some variation on that and do some more choices. I like this kind of.
I'm really happy that you said that it's like, well, it's a very positive kind of bit of feedback, but also that you said it's almost like sexual selection, because I was thinking that's one thing I can't do, like to get people to choose two drawings and somehow integrate them. But actually what you're saying is true, they're making a choice in the same way that we choose mates or something.
Yeah, they're reflecting their own abilities in what they choose, and their own abilities are going into the drawing, right? So usually when we think of natural selection, we don't, this could be wrong here, but we don't normally think of the environment as going in and changing. The offspring it's usually some kind of mutation, which is random, or at best crossover, which the environment isn't necessarily providing that, but another organism. So if you want to think of, since when I reproduce this, I'm actually not just randomly changing. I'm actually, my abilities are changing and drawing in a structured way when I reproduce it. So it's more like the offspring of me and the drawing rather than just a mutation of the drawing.
I sort of thought that the participant was the environment, because they're sort of making one drawing survive and one extinct, but they're also the partner. Yeah, it's true. Go on, hi.
I think that people might kind of have this unconscious, as you say, kind of desire to bring things more and more symmetry, because what this subject started off was kind of completely in symmetric. I mean, it's starting to get more and more symmetrical towards the end. So
Yes.
I think there's a kind of natural preference for.
That's an example. The one on the left is a really successful one, and that one's not. But actually, there's not that much difference between those two. I think you're right, though. I think people like, well, some of the, I can actually use some sort of mathematical measures to say what's a successful drawing and how many times they've been copied, for example. And I've got loads of these. Again, I've got several different sets. And I've done some of them to 60, which is quite substantial. But yeah, there does seem to be an effect that people like really neat